Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gents. Hope everyone is well. Karina, good morning to you. Kenny, how you doing? Kenny and Karina, just from now. Okay, excellent. Okay, I've taken one trade this morning a little while ago, just on the 10 bar range. We had kind of a breakout which failed and then a lower high, so I took that. Just got out. I mean, I could have held for a bit more, but I just wanted to get out below these bars here. I got on a tick or so lower and I basically, it worked nice actually, it continued down. So that was just on one of my PA accounts. There you go. So I've swapped onto another one now, PA account. So I'm looking at that as well. So Ionis, how you doing? You're back. Much for writing, but man, trading felt so empty. Yeah, it was. It was weird for me, to be honest with you. That's why I decided to just trade as normal. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Thanks for the comeback. You're welcome. It seemed a bit odd for me. It just didn't make sense that I was just chatting on the Daryl, how you doing, buddy? That I was just chatting on the Discord. It didn't quite feel right. So perhaps it works for me. I did speak to my wife about it and asked her, what do you think? What should I do? She said, well, you're a talker. You know, you talk through the things that are on your mind. So it's not like you're not focusing. That's just kind of how you do things. So I decided to just continue on. It did feel weird. I've been doing it for nearly 2.5 years now. So sometimes things are the way they are, aren't they? So Michael, how you doing, buddy? So let's see how we get on today. So it was an absolute naff day yesterday on the ES chart, I got to say. She says, come back, Karina is checking. No, it just didn't seem right, to be honest with you. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You know, some people, it doesn't work for everyone. But I know someone said to me, well, you don't get professional traders streaming. Well, you do, actually. Tom Hugard streams live. And they don't come much more professional than him. It's just kind of the way I am. It works for me. You know, it's not like I'm not focusing. I'm looking at exactly what's going on. I can talk at the same time. We've got to break out this. See, we've had this channel down. Whether there's a small break, I don't believe there is. So maybe this is just channel down, 2 attempts to push higher, maybe a triple test, and then we come down some more. So looking at yesterday and the day before, my prediction was we get a second leg down here because there does seem to be something bigger overall, and we did just that. That's what I was looking at. It actually extends back a further, so we had that leg down. We were stuck in that when I finished, but my gut feeling we were going to push down, which we did, right to that measured leg, perfect measured leg, and then it reversed that last part of the day. Exponential, how you doing, bud? And then this morning, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to drop out this morning. But in all fairness, we have been going up for a while, and I looked on the daily, and we could considerably come down a bit further. So I'll quick look at the daily. I mean, we're quite a ways from that EMA, so there is a possibility. There's a big bullish bar there which has triggered, so there is a possibility this thing could really come down. I mean, it could come down 100 plus points. Whether it will or not is a different matter, but we've had, I mean, I think Max said the other day, we kind of are overbought a little bit here. We've cleared out some of this liquidity, and there is, if you look back, some support along here, so maybe we do pull back. It's hard to say really because we've been going up now. When's this? Right from for the best part of a month, I suppose. We've been going up. We've been kind of strong and bullish. That was the all the tariffs palaver, and then eventually we knew it would recover in the end. So it's hard to know whether this will continue down or whether it'll bounce or just go a bit sideways. But I didn't think we'd drop down so much overnight. Anyway, we'll see. So we've had this channel up with a break, 2 pushes to a new high. So there is a channel down. Are we going to continue down and break these lows? Who knows? But we have, in my opinion, had a channel like that with a break. and a new low, so it may be as low as we go. Who knows? Who knows? But my gut feeling says we're probably going to come down and test this area. We haven't broken Disco Hayden, buddy. We haven't, broke between the, but I don't want to jump in too early because it's a bit sideways, and that is in the middle a little bit, so it may come up and test this line. We may have a leg and a leg. So I don't want to just assume this is going to come down. If it does push strong below that EMA, then I may. If anybody didn't notice earlier, I did take a trade there, lower high. We had a little range here. I was tempted to take that. My only concern was if this is a channel, we didn't quite make it to the bottom, so I was a bit... So I thought I'll wait for the lower high. Unfortunately, we got it. So I just got 1.75 on one of my accounts. So I've swapped over to another one. I'm only trading on one account at the moment on that 10 bar range. I think I'm having a phone call with Marco. He messaged me last night if I fancied a chat. I think he said he took 5 trades on that 10 range chart yesterday and won 4 of them. I think one of them he lost. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember which one it was. So he's liking it. So it's definitely worth paying attention to. And as I say, I'm taking more trades on it at the moment. Marco, yeah, he's traded on that 10 bar range. Let's have a look. So I can't move this for some reason. It won't let me move it. Message window. He just said, don't know if you're up to it, maybe in an hour. So I couldn't last night, went out for dinner. We could, maybe an hour or so, I could call you and chat over this new chart. It's super interesting. And there's not many people out there trading it. So I think I'm going to have a conversation with him later about it. Just a chit chat. But it's definitely pricked my ears up, that's for certain. Now, on this other chart, there is a failure, but at the moment, I'm just sitting tight, or a possible failure. There's a second entry long, which is triggered and started to pull down. So I'm not going to take this long failure. It may work, but at the moment, it's a bit sideways, and this area here is right in the middle of it. So it's just, if that was below the EMA, I may have a go at it, and it may work. Okay, it has worked for a little bit. Whether it will continue down or not, I don't know. I would prefer a lower high there, I think. Just something about this I'm not too sure about. So whether there's a channel, there may be a larger channel. So we've had like a triple test up here. So it may push up here and test this again. Kind of a leg with a correction and a leg. So I'm just a bit on the fence there. Something just doesn't feel right getting into a short just yet. And on the ES chart, I like having both charts actually. It's nice to compare. We're looking at exactly the same price, just looks slightly different. But Marco's excited about it as well. I mentioned it to Dan a few days ago. He said he knew a guy who traded it. He looked at it and didn't like it. That may be, Dan has a specific style of trading. Dan is very, very similar to Mac. He does things, he's set in his ways because it works for him. So why change something? I don't find the ES, the normal 2000 ES, is working for me at the moment. It's just not showing me a lot of trades. But Dan's an experienced trader. And his trading style is very similar to Mac. He's very strict. And he goes for small movements. But I just don't feel like the 2000 tick chart is producing much in the way of good quality setups lately. Now, I know things change from time to time, but I've got a new chart up there, that 10 bar range, and I've taken 3 or 4 trades over the last couple of days. And apart from one of them, they've all won. And I've ended up green. So I have to pay attention to it. So I think this is going to continue up in the short time. So looking at this range chart, we've had a channel up with a break and a higher low there. My guess is it's probably going to break above this, but I'm just sitting tight here because if it is kind of in a bit of a range, it's just above the middle. So there was a second entry long there which triggered and stopped out. It does that sometimes, this chart. So I think sometimes you've just got to be patient. It did work. Well, it certainly worked for a bit, but then we're going into VWAP here. So all of a sudden it's just dropped. So there may be a small channel there. Yeah, that's probably why it didn't work. There's a small micro chart with a break and a new low there. I still wouldn't go long there at the moment because VWAP is up here. And I know as trading Pats, we don't generally use that. But I have it on this chart just out of curiosity how price reacts to it, because we all know a lot of traders do use VWAP. So if this is coming down at the moment and traders are deciding to short from VWAP, going long into it might not be the best idea. So that's why I left that. It wouldn't have worked. Each one of these bars are 10 ticks, so I wouldn't have got my 12 ticks out of that. Now, whether it will continue up, who knows? But at the moment, it's starting to stack up a bit. So my guess is that and that are going to get taken out. So it's just a bit unclear at the moment. So I'm just going to keep my eyes on that. Let's see what happens. It's a little bit congested here, so using Pat's setup. See, part of the reason I started doing a little bit more penguin style is because I didn't like not knowing what my risk was going to be before. If I'm trading this bar now, it's 15 ticks. So a tick above, tick below, I'm risking 4 points. Now, that's at the moment. Now, if it pushes up, it could go up another 5 ticks. And until that bar finishes, if I like the setup, until the bar finishes, I don't know what I'm risking. And that's what I don't like about Pats. Not knowing how much it's going to cost me until the very last second. Whereas with the range bars, I know for a fact every single one of those bars is 10 ticks, because that's how I've got it set. So a tick above, tick below, I know I'm risking 3 points. That's assuming I get in a tick above price. So that's why I'm paying attention to this, and because we are getting more setups on here. So that's why I'm looking at Pats with this chart, because at the moment it's looking better, and not a little better. See, we got this channel down there. Did I see anything else on here? Yes, I did. That's a trade I probably would have taken if I'd have seen it. We got a little bit of a range there. We pushed down, go a bit sideways. Second entry short. Great trade. Look how it worked. Lower high, bit far from the EMA for me. I wouldn't take that one, but we're coming down in here now. Whether we've had a break or not, who knows? It's possible, possibly not. I don't know. But then what I like there, we've got 2 legs up, almost a measured move, bearish bar, and it came down. This one, clearly range in here. We had a breakout which failed. That worked, and the lower high worked. Channel break, new low. If you'd have taken a long there, that worked. If you'd have taken a higher low, that worked. If you'd have taken the failure, that worked. Now, the only reason I didn't get into this is because we are going into VWAP. So now I know we've never really paid much attention to it, but I know traders do trade off it. So, but, you know, channel up with a break. Small micro down, break, new low. That one, second entry long, or maybe not second entry long technically, but that one worked and that one worked. So I'm just seeing trades galore at the moment. Granted, you may not take them all, but Little Hammer, how you doing, buddy? But it, you know, it's happening. So it's something I've got to pay attention to. And if I find that range bar keeps on working, I may eventually move over to it full time. We'll see. But still trading Pats anyway. So 10 range bar, channel break, 1, 2 pushes to a new high. What's going to happen here? It's a bit too far off this top for me, so I wouldn't take that. But some may. The bit that concerns me about in short here, we've bounced once, twice, 3 times. We may have another go. It's tempting to go short there, but I'm holding back. What I may do actually tomorrow is bring these 2 charts side by side. In fact, I could probably do it now, couldn't I? I don't think it's going to look too strange. Let me have a look. Let's bring this one down. Save me just bringing it in and out every 5 minutes, see if it works. If it's too clogged up, I'll leave it. But that doesn't look too bad, does it? Definitely more price action on here, that's for certain. In fact, let's move this over a bit. There's less price on here. That doesn't look too bad. I could even do a little bit more, I think. So I'm trading most of my accounts on this and just one account on this. I've made 175 minus fees on one of these accounts. Now I've just changed over. I think it was 8.1. I made that one, yeah, 8.1. So I moved over to 34 now. So, see if we get a reaction off here again. Okay, see if we get a reaction off here. You're streaming live as per usual. As per usual, Sam. It just doesn't work 30 minutes. It seems too weird. So yeah, just back to normal, mate. Okay, so have we taken those two levels out there? Not sure. I'd have preferred to push above these two levels. That's a little double top there. Nice one, good to hear. You're welcome, mate. Let me see whether we've cleared that liquidity. I think we may have. No, that's a little bit lower. I'd have preferred just to push above there. Now, there's no guarantees. It may not work, go back down. We've had a break of this and a new low, and we've made one attempt to go lower, so it could push up. We have moved over liquidity from the other ones, so maybe.
Order filled.
Okay, so I've taken a trade there. Let's see if that works. What I like about it, we've had a break and we've had two legs up. We have broken above liquidity there, so, and it is two legs, so we'll see how we get on here. It's only on one account anyway, so. Oh crap.
Target filled.
Why is someone long? That's just put me right off. Damn, it would have worked. It's all right. I've just seen someone on Thomas Wade's in a long trade and I'm thinking, am I missing something here? Perhaps I should have just ignored it. Did that work? Tick below there. So would have been there. Just seen someone in a long trade. Wouldn't have quite hit 3 points. I mean, I will say it is a triple test. Perhaps a lower high might be a bit safer. See if we get a lower high.
Order submitted. Order cancelled.
So I was probably wise to get out of that. Miss my order by tick. Someone else says considering a lower high after confirming failed breakout. See if this closes.
Order submitted.
The beauty is it's 8 ticks. There's 9 ticks. There's 10 ticks. I could drop it there. That's where. We have had a break. We've had 2 legs up. So let's see if this.
Order cancelled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Okay, see what happens here. That is a lower high. There's bound to be some stops below there, I would have said. So we'll see if this works. Just don't like how it's bouncing.
Target filled.
Okay, beautiful. It did work in the end. That would have worked. In fact, I'd have been out by now. I just don't like it. I'm not very confident when it comes to picking tops of ranges. I just don't have a lot of luck with it. But that worked for 300 there. So what I'm going to do is swap onto another account now. Let's go for 32. I'll tell you what, there's that many trades here. You could trade half your accounts and the other half your accounts if you wanted to. The reason I trade all my accounts generally, 32. Bear me a second. Let's go 34. Okay, so let me just check this new account.
Order submitted.
Sell. That's 32.
Order cancelled. Order submitted.
That's showing 32.
Order cancelled.
Okay, let's switch to 34. I think we're good there. 34.
Order submitted.
Okay, we're good.
Order cancelled.
I had one on the 10 range and a lower high in the 2000 tick chart. Good on you, mate. It definitely makes a difference, doesn't it? So I'm going to call that a lower high. It's plus 3 points. So, seems to make a difference. Seems to make a difference. Use a 10 bar on a 2002 chart. It's easy to keep. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. What's going on there, mate? What time is it? We've got no news that I'm aware of. Unless, I was going to say, unless it's just broken above that, but why is it still moving down as quick? Somebody's tweeted something or some sort of news has come out. Quite glad I'm out of a trade now. That's another reason why I don't like runners. If I'd have decided to hold there, that would have stopped me out. Trump. I'll tell you something. Ever since Trump's taken office, it does that a lot. Touch wood, it hasn't done it a lot lately, but even once a month is too much, in my opinion. It is frustrating. Someone said to me, you want to have the news on there, that squawk news or whatever. The trouble is, we don't know the news until it comes out. When it comes out and the market spikes, it's too late then. We need to know it before it... We need a direct link to Trump, really, and as soon as he says, I'm going to say something, then we can come out of a trade. That's why I don't like runners. I like to get in and out the trade. I don't like being in trades very long. I wished I did, because there are some times I'd like to hold on, but, you know, perfect place. You know, there's no reason why you wouldn't take a short off the top. Looks better on here than on here, but we've got a channel with a break. We've got a little channel going here with a break, however you want to look at it, but took me by my mistake. It's... What can you do when the market does that? I mean, that shot up 10, 12 points, probably on the rest. I can't remember what it went up from, probably here. So it just shot up 14 points. I mean, even if it went up from that bar, still too much, just in one quick foul swoop. I've got to say, the more I see this with a channel down, now whether there's a break or not, I don't know, an attempt to go longer, this could continue up. I am aware of that because, you know, over the last bunch of days, we generally are bullish, and I was expecting a second leg down. I was kind of expecting to get a little bit lower to touch the bottom of this, but it dropped. So looking on the daily, it could come considerably lower, but it may not. It may continue up. I know we look at the daily sometimes, but it doesn't. Sometimes it gives you an idea of where prices might go. It doesn't necessarily tell you for certain that it's going to go that way. See, if I'd have been trading all my accounts here, I'd have been up $475. That way, I mean, if I can get that twice in a week, or even once a week, I'd be pleased with. And the good thing is, if you get in a tick above, you know your risk's only going to be ever 3 points. That's another reason. It's just, so far, this for me is win-win. I can't see a negative with it. As Jan said, it's good to see him back-to-back. We know price is exactly the same, at exactly the same price. And if price goes up on one chart, it goes up on another one. It's just the bars look slightly different. So I think having them side by side only complement each other. So far, I haven't seen anything negative You've still got to take good quality setups, but there are a lot more of them. I can't see a bad side to it at the moment. And I know sometimes when you get something like this, it seems a bit too good to be true. But you know, certain styles of trades may be clearer on certain charts. You know, it's obviously clear on here. I wouldn't take that bar there. It's just something about this I don't like. But here, it just looked better. I don't know, maybe it's the style of trade. I mean, it is a failure, but I don't know. The first thing I see this is just 2 legs down. So I don't know whether we get a move up, 2 attempts to go lower, and this thing pushes up. I wouldn't necessarily say that has confirmed the channel, but if you look at this, yes, we've got 2 legs down, but then we go congested, and then we have a breakout that fails, which I left, and then I took the lower high. So this range bar chart is a lot stronger in indicating we're going lower than this one is. I just wasn't sure about this. And now we've discussed this a lot lately. You know, I've chatted, had emails of the traders. Are you finding it hard lately? Yeah, I am. 2000 tick chart is just absolute pants lately. But having the addition of this is just, it's opened up the doors a little bit to more setups. You know, if I can guarantee myself 1 quality setup a day, I mean a good quality clear setup, anything on top is a bonus, but I don't always see that. Yesterday, didn't really see one. Now, maybe if you're a bit more of an advanced trader and, you know, you've spent a lot of time trading, you know, more advanced setups, then you know, it may work for you. Like, for instance, Dan always seems to take a trade. I think it's rare he doesn't. But I just don't see a lot of trades. But this is open straight away too. I can't remember the last time I took 2 winning trades. So there was a lower high there. We got a channel break, new low. Why is this freezing up? 2 attempts to push higher again, and then we drop. See, if I'm looking on this chart, this could be a breakout that's failing. I'm not convinced it is. If we are ranging, I don't like this big negative area here with nothing in. So this to me looks like it may be slowly grinding up. If we'd come down here and bounced a bit, I'd look at this a little bit more of a range. But at the moment, yes, we've bounced a few times, but I just don't like we've got this empty bit here, which for me, I'd feel a lot more confident if it had some price in it. But at the moment, that EMA is slowly working upwards. When I take trades, I try to focus on the setup, not what I think price will do. Yeah, I mean, I look at what price will do for direction. At the moment, I wouldn't want to take a long here because it is still, we are still finding support. So this may fail. But, you know, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But even if I see a good setup, I still want to know that I am trading kind of in the right direction. Gut feelings caught. Yeah, absolutely. Knowing how price works gets you an understanding of how it works, and it helps with your confidence that you're trading in the right direction because, you know, even though this is slowly trading up, it still pulls back. Slowly trading up, still pulls back. So you can't just jump in willy-nilly because the one time you think, nice big strong bar here, we're going higher, it triggers you, stops you out. So, you know, it's... I think we all kind of learn this slightly different and at different levels. There's gaps in our knowledge. Certain traders may be better at certain setups. I used to avoid triple tests. I like them now. I see a lot of them. So we're all kind of on the same journey, but you know, we're walking from one side of the country to the next. Sometimes we take different routes. And you may find an area of ground where you're stumbling a little bit. So, you know, there's still see, there is a lower high on this chart there. We got 2 pushes up and a lower high there. But at the moment on this chart, price is generally spending most of its time above that EMA. So I wouldn't want to take a trade here just yet. My gut feeling tells me it's probably going to have 2 legs down. But I want to trade on what price is telling me. At the moment, it is telling me that it is a little bit congested. And price is generally above that EMA. So my gut is telling me this is probably going lower, but my head is telling me I need to hold off because it's not super clear. So it's having that gut feeling based on experience and having that clear definition of setup that we all kind of try to follow. Now we are moving up here. This may be 2 attempts to go lower. It may. You know, we've had now I'm using VWAP on here. I've never paid much attention to it, but a couple of people have said use it because a lot of times if I'm trying to take a long here, going into it when we've generally been rejecting it may not be the best idea. So I think, you know, excuse me a second. Okay, I'm going to be taking a quick 10-minute break shortly. I'm just dropping my daughter off down the road. It's only a mile and a half, so it won't take me long. So I'll let you know now, and then I'll just put my 5-minute jobby on. So a leg and a leg down to VWAP. So is this pushing up? I don't know, because it is a little bit sideways, so it may just be failing. It may continue down. I'll tell you what else I've just noticed. It's clear on this chart. So we've got a leg up and a leg up and a leg down, possibly a leg down. So there is a possibility we've got this move down, 2 attempts to push higher. We've got a little bit higher than that, and we may come down some more. You know, looking on that daily, we certainly could push down. But there is 2 legs down, down across and down. So there's no real way to trade this short at the moment. Maybe if it pushes back and rejects here at the EMA, maybe. Hey Speedy, how you doing, pal? Maybe 2 legs. It's hard to say, really. It's gone a little bit higher than I would have liked. Good on you, mate. Good on you. So, leg and a leg. Let's see if this bullish bar traps. There's bound to be some stops below there. There's bound to be some longs up here. Trouble is, I really can't tell you what I think at the moment. I mean, I know what the possibilities are. I mean, if this stops that bar out there, it may take out a bit of liquidity there. No, I don't want to take a trade here in case we get a second entry short. Just not sure here. I mean, we've bounced here. We may have another bounce and it still could push high. I just don't like this area that's empty. So I'm just sitting tight here a second. I will say if price does get below there, it may have a push. And if it does, it may break below there. And there's quite likely going to be stops around this area. Whether it gets that low or not, I don't know. So I'm glad I never took a short there. Now, 2 attempts to push higher, I think would be a better option, but we have bounced off VWAP there, so it's hard to say. But there's a higher low there. If that breaks below there and there, it may push down. Trouble is, where do we draw this channel? If it is indeed a channel. And it is a measured leg, more or less, so it may push higher. So it's just not super clear at the moment, direction. Just got short of a measured leg there. Okay, there is a second entry short there. I like the way it's broken above there. It's very tempting there. Trouble is we bounced off VWAP. That's making me a bit nervous. Do you know
Order
what? I'm going to
filled.
take it, and I'll tell you why. Because we have had 2 pushes up. There's going to be stops there and there. I don't know how far down I want to go. It is a second entry short. It's off the bottom of support there. We've had 2 legs down though. That makes me nervous. I'm getting out of this. If it'll let me. Come on, drop a tick.
Target
There we go.
filled.
Not sure about this. It's probably going to work now, look. It's all right, I'm out of a break even. It's bounced off VWAP. Another thing that makes me nervous is Thomas Wade's chart. He's got this as a channel with a correction, so he's expecting this to go up. He's just said fell second entry long. So it's hard to say at the moment. It's just something making me a bit nervous about it. It is a little bit congested, but it is a second entry short, but I'm just not sure about direction at the moment. So I'm out break even anyway. In fact, you know what?
Order
No, I
filled.
like it. I like it. I'm going to stick with it. $275 risk. Perhaps I should have stayed
Stop
out of it. Oh,
filled.
well. There we go. That's fine. It happens. It's no problem. Now that would be a triple test. 1, 2, 3. Perhaps I should have just left it. It doesn't matter anyway. It happens. Now that is a triple test. Stopping all accounts. It's just one account, that is. Just one account I'm trading there. Do you know what? This thing's going up, I think.
Order filled.
This thing's going up. 2 legs down. Thomas Way's looking at it as a correction. 2 legs down, failure, higher low. Yeah, Thomas Way's looking at this going long. We've bounced once, twice, 3, 4 times off VWAP. Let's make this a bit smaller. Excuse me a sec. More than I wanted to risk, to be honest with you. Just doesn't look like it's coming down to me. We get this move up. We get 2 attempts to push lower. Just looks good to me. Trouble is, it's more than I wanted to risk. That's where it needs to be, really. This is more of a penguin trade, this is. Okay. I'm making a mistake here, I think. Let me have a look. Let me just get out here. Let's just leave the bloody thing. It's just more than I wanted to risk, to be honest with you. I don't want to risk that much. My fear is this comes flushing down. Let's just leave the thing. It's only on one account. No, I don't want to.
Stop filled.
Damn. I can't trade on that account now. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, I've just got to nip out for 5 minutes. Let me just swap over to another account here. Let's just put that on a sim a minute. It's going to flush down as I thought it was. I'm glad I didn't move it down here now. So, yeah, it's doing exactly what I thought it was. Damn it! I should have just left it. So I got in there, triggered me out, and stopped me out. That's fine. Okay, I've just got to nip off and drop my daughter off. So I'm just going to put that on, and I'll be about 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. Let me just take that off. I've got to nip off in. She's not quite ready yet. 1, 2, 3, triple test, maybe. It's not super clear, is it? Let me just, what haven't I used on here? 55, let's go with 55. 55. 34. Gonna leave. 81, we'll put that down. 32. I'll leave that. This is coming down by the looks of things. Just check the orders.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Hmm. Two wins, 2 losses. too far from that EMA, that for me. I think there is a good chance we get that second leg down there. Ready? Okay, I'm just going to be 5 minutes, folks. I just got to drop my daughter off, so I'm just going to put this on the there, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Dropped my daughter off. Oh, that's interesting. Channel down. So I want a lower high, really. Trouble is, we haven't really had a break out of that channel, so I can't really go short in it. Oh, So break new low. Just unfortunately no lower high, really. See if we get a second entry short here. I prefer actually to have two legs up here. I don't think we're going to get it. I prefer to see something like that, really. And then a move down. Trouble is, those two losses, that was on one account. I've got a tendency to take riskier trades if I'm trading one account. That's why I've decided to put them all on this. I'm trading all my accounts at the same time. I tend to be a little bit more cautious. It's just no entry there. Push straight up, break out, pull straight down, move straight down. Nice to get something like that. That would take us down to the lows, channel down, 2 attempts to push higher, and then a drop down to the lows. Maybe a small break there. It's hard to say, really. Maybe a failure here. Let's see. Second entry long triggered. Possible triple test. Channel break new high. Channel break new high. Now they're the types of trade that often work. It's just not very clear at all, is it, today? Another awful day on this. Channel break, new low. Leg and a leg. He's playing it as a range on the mid-morning chart. Is he? Yeah, his chart up yet, is he? This bit here, isn't he? Sort of similar to where I got it top and bottom. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what, let's take this up. Told you this is easy way. There's not such thing as an easy way of making money, isn't it? That's one thing I've learned over the years. Up to 80, thanks to Trump. Say something. No, don't. Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy? I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. Surviving. Good afternoon to you. You're a new face, I think, aren't you? Money go bye-bye. Sounds like bye-bye money, doesn't it? Yeah, if you're a trader, don't have any type of name with saying goodbye to your money. And where you from, bud? I think you're a new face. I've seen you before. Where you from? Tell me you're from the UK. We seem to be surrounded by US at the moment. I think that's the majority. So channel, possibly a break. Looking for 2 pushes to a new high. Maybe a leg and a leg. Who knows? Who knows? Many trades this week, but I took Monday and Tuesday off. Yeah. Got to have some time off sometime. That's one thing I haven't done a lot. I've had time off. I should do, really. Quite looking forward to Monday, actually. I'm going to dig the old fly rod out and go fishing on Monday, I think. You're not from that. Where are you at the moment, Karina? Where are you at the moment? Take a break, give my trade in. It's been going. It's good to have a break. It does clear your head. The trouble is, if you're having a tough time in trading, you're trading when you're frustrated. And sometimes that just goes against you. Yeah, I thought you were in Spain. I thought you were. So you are probably, what, an hour ahead of me, maybe 2. What time is it now? It's just gone 4:05 in the afternoon. So what are you, 5:05, 6, something like that? Depends whereabouts, I think. Does definitely out after having a few. Yeah, absolutely. It is important because if you are frustrated, and let's face it, as traders, we spend an awful lot of our days frustrated. And sometimes I've come back after I've lost some accounts or something's gone wrong. Not so much nowadays. It doesn't hurt as much. But sometimes I'll come back frustrated, and it just goes against me, and I kind of know it does, but you know, you're in that sort of frame of mind where you want to try and get back your losses. Been lurking here a few times. It seemed like you know what you're doing. Some of the time, mate, I think it's fair to say some of the time. It's 5 p.m. Yeah, so you're an hour ahead. You're an hour ahead. Yeah, so we've got a bounce here, possibly 2 legs. We've had a break of that, possibly a break there, maybe 2 pushes up. For me, I'm up a little bit. I'm up on 2 accounts and down on 1 account. Had a couple of bits yesterday, so I'm been a bit stagnant the last couple of weeks. I'm not really up, I'm not really down. Most of my accounts are around about 2,000 with the exception of 1, 2,100. Most of them are over a fraction over 2,000, and there's 1 down a bit. Okay, so break, 2 pushes to a new high. See if we get any type of rejection here, possibly a leg and a leg up. Yeah, I mean, I had a payment. I had $7,000 in payments this month, so that worked out okay. Whether I'll get any more at the end of this month, maybe, maybe not. I don't mind. I've had something. As long as I have something at the month, as long as I've earned something, I'm just going more for consistency, trying to earn something every month. Stop licking me, please. This is not doing what I thought it might. Passed 2 evals today. Good on you, mate. I haven't passed an eval for a while, actually. I had a go at a 50,000 one earlier this morning. The good thing is, just keep this in mind, if any of you guys have had any of the $150,000 accounts and you've failed them, you can reset them for $50. I reset one earlier, which is relatively cheap considering it's 50% off at the moment, so it's expensive. But if you've got an old one, you can reset it. They do have that reset off on. So if you haven't got one, you can. This looks like it's heading up for the overnight highs, I think. Trade strategy based off market trends, I see a lot. It's based mainly off PATS. It's called PATS, Max Price Actions Trading System. So second entries. So if we got a downtrend, 2 attempts to push higher followed by a bearish bar, that's generally what we consider our signal bar, and we put a short below it and our stop 1 tick above it. So anywhere from 1 to however many points you like, I tend to go for 3 points. And here's another one as well. We get a channel up with a break. Most of the time when we have a break, we'll make a new high from an uptrend. So we're looking for a short, a long down here. There would have been a higher low there. So I think most strategies are kind of very similar. I know some go off levels and they just drop an order in, but we kind of more follow the price, and if it's given us a good indication or maybe a channel with a couple of attempts to push lower and then a strong bullish bar maybe above that EMA, will kind of jump on the trend then. So that's kind of what it's based. It's very much Al Brooks, I think a lot of it came from. Sort of Al Brooks kind of price action. It's surprising how accurate price action is, really. It's very accurate. So if you get good at reading the charts, the potential is to make a lot of money. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. So I think there's a bigger channel up there. So I'll be looking for a second entry or a break and maybe a couple of legs down and bounce off here. You just transition. Yeah, 4 ticks, I think, in my opinion, you're going to get crucified. I think the starting place is 2 points perfectly now. The trouble is the bars are big. What's the ATR? The ATRs are 3.2, so that's relatively low. It's been ridiculously high lately, playing around ones. That's generally what I like to do, 3-point risk, 3-point profit. That's why I'm looking at this range chart. The beauty about this range chart is every bar is 10 ticks. So if I put an order above it, 1 tick above it, and order 1 below, I'm risking 3 points, and I go for 3 points. So this tends to work out 1 to 1. I mean, sometimes, depending on what type of setup you're looking for, a setup like that, where we get a little range and a breakout that fails, generally works really well. And if you've got the confidence and the balls, steel balls, to hold on to something like that, you can potentially make, you know, so there are certain setups like this. We've got to move down, 2 attempts to push higher. If you can, you know, you've got the confidence to ride this down, you can potentially do well. I haven't hit that level yet. I'm a bit of a coward. I like to get in and out of a setup. I haven't got that confidence to sit and hold. The trouble is, my PA accounts, whenever they hit $2,600 within reason, I go for a payout. So they never get large enough to me to kind of relax, really, which sounds a little bit counterproductive, doesn't it? But it's just kind of the way I am at the moment. My average is 1, 2 to 1, 6%. Yeah, I mean, if you're winning more than you're losing, and you're winning over 50%, you're going to make money. And it doesn't matter how you make money in the markets, as long as you've got some form of a strategy that works and gives you an edge, it's worth doing. I'm hoping we're going to get 2 legs down here. That's all it's about, just getting an edge. Doesn't matter how you do it or what you do, as long as you win more times than you lose. I'm hoping between ticks every day. I shouldn't be doing. I think I'm most profitable at 12 ticks. I went, I think it was with Tony, we went through the numbers, looked at our last 50 trades or something like that. Also looked at Max trades, also looked at Marco's and Dan's trade, and worked out how much profit we'd have if we went for, I think it was 1 point, 2 points and 3 points, and it was a resounding 3 points. The only downside to that is you have to let every trade go to its maximum, otherwise the numbers don't work out. Yeah, you can use the ATR. The ATR is what, 3, let's say 3.25. So if you're going for 3.25 points, that's not a bad way of looking at it. The average bar. You could use that as guidance, certainly, yeah. The only downside to this strategy is when you get a signal bar, we wait for that signal bar. If that's what we're taking to close, and you never know how big it's going to be until it closes, and it could push up a point or so. So there, if you went one tick above that signal bar, one tick below, you're risking 4.5 points. The ATR is just over 3. So that could have potentially pushed a lot higher. You might be risking 5 points. You might be risking 3. You never quite know. And that's why I like this range chart set at 10 ticks. So I know if I put my order one tick above and my stop one tick below, I know I'm only ever risking 3 points. And as I go for 3 points on this, it gives me a 1-to-1. So all I got to technically do is win more than I lose, and I'm in the green. One to risk. Is that one risk, 2 rewards? Yeah, you're going to lose a few more trades than me, but ultimately, it's a way of trading, and it's a way that'll work. You know, the more profit you go to compared to your risk, the more trades. It's inevitable that the numbers don't lie. You're going to lose more trades, but as long as you're okay with losses and you can just play the numbers game, it works. Over 19 trade days. Yeah, I mean, whatever works for you is the right way of doing it. I wouldn't let anybody tell you you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. You do what works for you, and if it does work, stick at it. And it's a sensible way of doing it. So I'm looking for a couple of legs here, see if we can get a bit of a push down. I think when you've been trading a while, you kind of find your own rhythm. Now, if you don't mind taking losses and you can play the numbers game, you may go for a bit more profit. If you don't like taking losses, you may stick to a point or a point and a half. So there's multiple ways of doing it. There's no right and a wrong way. As long as you've got an edge, that's the most important thing. Trade data set. Yeah, I need to look into more of my data. I have to go back. I should note it a little bit more. I went for a phase of doing it and then stopped. So we've got a channel working up here. We had a push up here. We didn't quite get to the tops. Now, almost always when we don't get to the tops, it results in a break. So if we can get 2 legs down and preferably bouncing somewhere around there wouldn't be a terrible way, then I think there's a good chance we may get a move up. Obviously, that's if it does work. How's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin at all-time highs. What is that? Got to be 107. We're just under 109,000 on Bitcoin. Interesting to see now we're above all-time highs. We're $800 off 110,000 on Bitcoin. So I wouldn't be shocked if we hit 110,000 soon. I haven't got any at the moment. I sold all mine a while back. I'll tell you what I have got though, some Pi coin. I started mining it about 2.5 years ago when I first heard about it. And I've got just short of 1,000 of them. I think they're about $80, $8 at the moment. Yeah, $8. They're up 10% today. And I downloaded that app, which loads of people did. And I started mining it. So I've got, let's have a look. If it opens, yeah, can you see that? I've got 971 at the moment, if you can see that, can you? Trouble is that they recently went live on it, and I'm still waiting to have my tokens sent over to my wallet. But it's $8 at the moment, so there's a $700 profit potentially there for free. Just unsure whether we have another break from this channel or not. We may well have done. Not sure is the answer. Let's see what everybody else has got. Yeah, so the 10,000 tick chart is shown we're still in the channel. Thomas Way's got a small break there. Very frustrating though. It's 5 points, makes a sharp turn and grabs your stop. I know it's annoying, isn't it? There is a second entry long here. I'm just not convinced we haven't had a break, and that is a little bit too far from that EMA for me. It's hard to say whether we've had a break there or not, really. Thomas Way's got it as one channel now. It's just stacked up on here. I mean, it's working on this one. It's just a bit too far from that AMA for me, and I'm not a fan of that. I like it to get closer to that AMA. So I go for 3 points, and it would have to hit there for me. Probably going to work, but there we go. It's just too far from that AMA for me, for comfort, really. I mean, this is awful. You may argue there's a triple test there. 1, 2, 3. Channel break new high. That's not a bad trade, I don't think. Wasn't it my chart? That was around about 1 o'clock, just after 1 o'clock UK time. Oh, it's so boring today. I've got to say, I'm really bored. I am. So look at book map, see what that's doing. Flick some music. I'm going to finish soon, actually. How long have we been going for? 2 hours. In fact, you know what? I'm going to finish now, actually. The weather's nice. I'm going to go out and mow the lawn, I think. I've done 2 hours. I've had enough today, to be honest. I'm not in the mood. So, best of luck anyway. I'll leave you guys to it. I'll be back tomorrow. So we got tomorrow and Friday. No trading Monday. It's what's it day? Is it Memorial Day? I think it's Memorial Day, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, I'll leave you to it. So best of luck to you. I hope you get a setup. It's not the easiest of days today. So I'll leave you guys to have a great day. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Have a great evening. Stay safe and we'll catch up tomorrow. Bye for now.